The ditch by the hedge was shallow, the hedge itself low, and, though spring was upon it, twig and leaf were sparse. Immediately beyond lay a rough track running off at right angles from the main road, where the German convoys still rumbled relentlessly forward. Peering through a gap, he saw fleetingly a distant cluster of farm buildings to his left, what appeared to be a group of peasants near its outer fencing, and, beyond, high corn. Fleeting enough the glance, because almost immediately sounded the moan and growl of a heavy motorcycle combination in low gear approaching down the track. It was a German motorcycle combination, driven by one young German soldier and the sidecar manned by another. Their automatic rifles were slung across their shoulders. The combination groaned and rattled along the ruts of the tracks, and as it passed, the occupant of the sidecar turned his head and looked directly to where Embry lay crouched on the far side of the hedge, and it seemed to Embry that they stared directly and unmistakably into each other's eyes, and the leafy barrier between them was no more than a veil of gauze. However, the pair passed, as his reason told him they would, but the incident left its immediate mark. These were Germans, armed. His enemies, the men he had sought almost impersonally to destroy from the air, but now he was no longer in the air. He was on the ground, hatless, in uniform and slacks, without any weapon of any kind but his native wit, and it would be their turn to do the killing, face to face, should the opportunity arise. Instinctively, at once, he recognized the challenge, and had he spoken aloud, doubtless he would have said, "Catch me then if you ruddy well can." Just that, and no more. No long deliberation, no moments of uncertainty, no hesitation. He would not be taken, and if he were taken, then he would escape. It was all going to be as simple as that. His mind was made up from the very start. But maybe the very moment he flung the gauntlet down, fate snatched it up. The German combination had passed, but the ditch and the hedge were insufficient cover for a man in the uniform of a wing commander of the Royal Air Force, with a discarded parachute and flying kit barely 100 yards away. He scrambled through the hedge. Distantly the noise of battle continued. He could see the farm clearly now, a small grey building with a small barn and an outhouse. A hiding place? Then he saw again the group of peasants, 3 men and 2 women, huddled together by the fence. In the open country he could at least run, but 4 enclosing walls could make a prison should there be any intention of betrayal. He crossed the track and made his way swiftly and boldly towards the group.